As a Nu Skin distributor, your success is dependent on the success of those within your organization. In other words, your ability to help them reach their goals and build teams of their own. Yes, you must determine your dream, set goals, believe in yourself, and take action. But you must also become a true leader who helps others fulfill their visions of success. When you unselfishly give to others, rewards will come back to you. These rewards are called boomerang blessings. When you recognize the power of this concept, your success can be nothing short of phenomenal.
This whole business has been designed to help you succeed only by helping other people succeed. That's how you succeed. And so I believe everybody's mindset every single morning should be, how can I find one more person to help today? And some days you're helping them with the products. Some days you're helping them with the opportunity. Sometimes you're just being a charitable person, helping feed a person in Africa who would die otherwise. But if you go find one person to help every single day, then magic happens to you in your life. I think that's just an eternal principle. You serve others, and that's how goodness comes back to you.
A couple of years ago, I was on a business trip in Atlanta and just happened to turn the TV on as I was getting dressed in the morning and was listening to CNN, and two stories came up. One of them was of a softball game. It was Little League, and the pitch comes in and hits him in the chest. The boy collapses to the ground and isn't breathing. Well, there happens to be a registered nurse sitting in the stand who runs out of the stand, runs around the shortstop, or the backstop, out on the field, and applied CPR and revived this boy and saved his life. So, a wonderful human interest story that ends. The next story they told was there was a restaurant, and somebody gagged on something in the restaurant and couldn't breathe. And there was pandemonium as everybody's trying to figure out what to do, and they didn't know, and word got to the back. Suddenly, a guy runs out of the kitchen and comes back and applies the Heimlich maneuver and gets her air passage cleared and saves her life. Then they reveal that the woman who had gagged on the steak or whatever it was the nurse from the first story that had run out onto the field, and the guy that had come out of the kitchen was the Little League player, who now had grown up, but who had determined that he was going to learn CPR. He'd become a paramedic because he had experienced firsthand how important it is to have those skills. And just coincidence threw them together later on. So what that nurse didn't know is that when she was running out on the field, she was running to save her own life 10 years down the road. And that seems to be a parable of the existence of mankind. We all end up touching other people who go about their individual orbits and at some point in time come back in contact with us. And the good that we do, casting your bread upon the waters, comes back to bless your own life.
Building a successful Nu Skin business is similar to climbing a difficult mountain as part of a team. Each climber has a responsibility to help the person beneath him reach the next level.
The thing that kept us going is that we had a good partnership, and neither of us quit on the same day. There were days when we would come into the office and the product had fallen through the ceiling and we couldn't send it out because it was all damaged. And what do? That's a challenge, and we could have quit. We could have just said, this isn't going to happen. But on that same day, I walked up to Blake and goes, oh, looks like we need to move offices. So rather than taking that as a negative, it was sort of a step in a positive direction. So having that balance, and distributors have that as well, because they have uplines, they have sidelines, they have downlines, they have meetings where they see people meeting challenges. They hear of someone, oh, wait a minute, that's happened to me. And yet they're succeeding and they've overcome those things. So that's going to be possible for me. I've basically done every job at Nu Skin, because in the beginning it was just Blake and myself in the office. And we were Houdinis at overcoming challenges. But if we hadn't had that partnership, if we hadn't had a support system, now that Nu Skin is 26 years old, that support system is so much more developed with customer support, with uplines, with trainings. So we should use those resources to create our confidence, to create our belief, and to overcome the challenges. Because once you see somebody else has had the same problem or obstacle, you could say, all right, well, they got over it, we can too.
When our people are out recruiting people to come into the business and buy and use and sell our products, one of the motivators that they have and that I have is that by doing that, we know that we are saving starving children, we are giving hope to people born with genetic diseases, EB in particular, that would otherwise be hopeless. And that fulfillment that comes from helping and serving other people is maybe the greatest motivator that any of us can have to do the difficult things that we need to do to succeed in business. Every person has a fundamental need and desire to be of service to other people. That's where self-worth comes from. Not from how much stuff you have, but how much good you're doing for other people around you.
Strong leadership is critical to your success and to the success of your team. You can become a good leader by learning from people who have already accomplished the success you desire and teaching others to duplicate your actions. Together, you and your team can reach your goals.
I view myself as just a really ordinary human being, but I've been able to line up my values and some eternal truths, I think, with my career in such a way that I look like I've accomplished something of value. Really, I'm just surrounded by people who are reaching their potential and make me look like I may be something spectacular, but I'm really just a very average person.
Leading by example is critical to your success and to the success of your team. Staying actively involved in the development of your organization and helping others fulfill their goals benefits them for a lifetime and beyond.
What I love about Nu Skin is its perpetuality. It's our ability to duplicate ourselves. And I like to think that I've done that with my children. I know Nu Skin's going to be around a long time. We have lofty goals that we still haven't achieved when we're constantly upping the bar of success that we see ourselves as a company. I've always wanted to make a difference in the world, and as a single person you can do it. But when you have a force behind you, it's so much more powerful. And once you've satisfied your wants, you have the opportunity and the privilege of giving back, because I have seen more than once that the more you give, the more you get back.
You want to be the kind of leader that other people want to follow. And in order to become that, you have to become that. It has to be part of your soul. It has to be part of your spirit.
An important part of being a strong leader is associating with people who share your values, goals, work ethic, and attitude. By associating with like-minded people, you will build a more effective, powerful team because you all share the same vision and are working toward the same goals.
When I was first approached about joining Nu Skin, I was a young lawyer just out of law school. I had a great job working for a litigation law firm, which is what I thought I wanted to do for a living. I had a neat office that had a desk and leather and oak and brass and all of the trappings of the successful professional setting. I was working with bright, capable people, and I was learning the craft. And Blake approached me one day about doing this, and it made absolutely no sense for me to leave the practice of law and come and become a lotion salesman. I was heavily invested, having climbed up a very difficult, for me, learning curve to gain a skill set that would let me make a living as a lawyer. And so it just made no sense. But ultimately, there was one thing that I couldn't escape. Blake was one of my best friends and a remarkable person, and his personality, his value set was very magnetic to me. I wanted to spend my life around people like that, people who think like he does, people who I can have confidence in, like I had even then in Blake, and I have more confidence in him today than I had then. So I guess I would say that that the mentors that are available to you in this business can be just as valuable to any of you as the mentoring that I've received through the years by attaching myself to some remarkably good people.
I think you have to pick who you want to be. You have to look around for role models and figure out who seems to be living the life you want to live, and start to act like those people in every way that you can. And over time, you become that person that you want to be.
If there is someone that is speaking negatively, walk away. They sap your energy. There's no reason to listen to it. It's not wanting to shelter yourself from anything that could be negative. It's simply saying, I don't need it. I need to hear positive things. I don't need to hear so-and-so and so-and-so. I need positive information.
Blake is famous for many things. One of his famous quotes, though, is, "Don't sponsor unpleasant people." That statement has a lot of wisdom in it, because you can be pulled down by people who don't share your vision or who are difficult to be around. But they also rub off on you, and their unpleasantness and their negativity sometimes can be incorporated into your own personality. The good news is that personality traits are contagious, and by keeping yourself happy and vibrant and positive and looking forward, you can lift the people around you.
You can be the leader you want to be. A person who reaches your goals and also leads your entire team to incredible rewards. Remember, to be a strong and effective leader who builds a successful team, it's important to recognize boomerang blessings. Be a good leader and associate with like-minded people. Your dreams are within reach. Now, it's time to make them a reality.